campaigns. Welcome, Katie. The room is all yours.
Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. Greetings from London. I hope everyone's keeping safe and well at the moment. Let me just share my screen with you and we will get started. Okay, so I have the next 15 minutes to talk to you about a really important subject, which is how you can use artificial intelligence and machine learning to improve your marketing campaigns. So why am I qualified to talk about this? Well, I've certainly been using AI for quite a number of years, and I've been helping organizations with their marketing for over 3 decades. I started in 1989, and I, at the age of 54, am still going strong because I'm constantly putting myself out of my comfort zone and learning. And all of us, whether we're 54 like me, or you're just graduating, or you've just done a diploma, just leaving school, going into marketing, you all need to be on a journey of continuous learning. So I've written this book in 2019. It was published by Kogan Page, and it's all about the impact of these tools on your marketing, on your sales, and on your customer experience. I'm writing my second book at the moment, and for these books, I'm interviewing people from all over the world, CMOs, technology officers, politicians, big vendors, small startup organizations. So you have the whole gamut, and I'm sharing with you in this 15-minute slot my nuggets of wisdom to help you get on your path. I run a digital marketing agency day to day called Zudica, so we are applying this. It's not just theory from an author or from a trainer. I'm actually applying this and using it day in, day out. And finally, I'm on the all-party parliamentary group with the UK government looking at how AI is being used in all different industry sectors and some of the big macro issues, the ethics, the consent, the explainability, really, really important issues. But we need to first be clear what we mean by AI and machine learning. It's so important for you to be very clear about what that means. And we're talking here about a family of technologies. Really, it's about augmented intelligence, whether you're a marketing professional, a medical doctor, a barrister, an HR professional. All of our jobs are changing, and it doesn't mean big shiny robot comes and takes our jobs. What it does mean is that we all have to start to think about digital and AI and machine learning tools helping us do tasks that previously took our time. I call it the 3 Ds: the dirty, dull, and dangerous. So the machines, the tools are able to imitate intelligent human behavior. And we might see that in a chatbot, we might see that in text recognition, it might be computer vision in a driverless vehicle, in some kind of AI tool for marketing. It might be sentiment analysis, it might be a tool helping you understand, for example, how people are engaging with your brand. Is it positive, negative, neutral? So see, these are some of the main areas that we're seeing AI in marketing. What it's really doing, and this might scare some people, it's anticipating how we live. So this big data that's come from 10 years of having smartphones, having point of sale, having all of this different engagement that we do digitally is giving these organizations information about us, and they can group us together and they can say, okay, so we're tracking your behavior, we're tracking your patterns. These are people like you. These are people of the same demographic. It might be age, it might be, so say, for example, me of a certain age. Historically, a brand like TGI Fridays might look at me and say, female, 40 to 55. Now they can say, Katie King comes into my restaurant on a Thursday evening. She loves ribs. Her husband's vegan. She's got a daughter of 25, etc., etc. So it's that layer of granular information. So how's it being used in marketing? Let's have a look at some of the statistics for it. Machine learning and AI generating over the next few years, this is from McKinsey, 1.4 to $2.6 trillion in value, because it's solving the ability to do marketing and sales problems. And you can see the big jump up in 2018 of 29% up to 2020, how AI in marketing has gone up dramatically. And that's data from Salesforce. What are the 5 main technologies that we're talking about here that are going to have the biggest impact on marketing in the next few years? AI and machine learning, top of that list there. And then other kinds of advertising technologies, digital assistants, mobile tech. We know how mobile commerce and apps are critically important. And this is the paradox. You're thinking it's not human, it's artificial. But actually, this is a better term, is augmented intelligence. So actually, the paradox is that by having these insights, you have this extra information and it's more human than ever, that you've got this level of granularity, these granular insights, so that the machine can test and learn and excel iteratively, so that the brand can become very empathetic, and that they can take you on the journey with them and understand what your needs are, possibly even before you know them yourself. This is an interesting chart, again from McKinsey, looking at down the left-hand side, the different sectors, and then across, how are different sectors utilizing AI. And the one we're looking at is in the blue there, the third one along, in marketing and sales. And one of the big sectors that uses AI in its marketing and sales has been retail, followed closely behind by telecoms and high tech. So you've got this use of AI to predict what people are going to buy, to, for example, personalize a website so that they get different sorts of information. Let's have a look at some of those examples now. So in conversational AI, we're thinking about brands and organizations who can use digital assistants, messaging apps, chatbots, and they can handcraft that communications with the customer, making it, you might be an airline, you might be a utility, somebody providing telecoms, you might be any kind of organization, and you can, if you like, 85% of the routine inquiries that come through can be handled by this agent. And then you might escalate the more complex 15% of those to a human agent if that's needed. So it's driving human like conversation at scale with extreme personalization. That's the kind of marketing that we're looking at over the coming years. More tools. The problem for marketing executives and CMOs and so on is the huge wealth of tools that are out there, because a lot of them are saying to me, fantastic, AI is now viable. AI has been around since 1950s, but it's now viable because we've got cheap processing power and we've got data. But all of a sudden, all the venture capitalists in the last couple of years have given the budget, and all of these tools are being created, and people don't know who to turn to. So I look at things like the Gartner Cool Vendor Award for marketing. This one is from 2019, and this is Concured, and it's an AI digital marketing tool that does a lot of that content creation for you. So it's good to look at credible sources, it's good to get references and to do your due diligence. That's really important. This is one in your sales, and I think integrated social selling campaigns are so important. So who's the customer, how are they influenced, and which tools can we use to get to them? And that might be a mix of digital tools, and it might be some AI machine learning tools as well. And this is for sales, and this is integrating in with your CRM, like your Salesforce or Pardot, and automatically saying to you, let's pull in this data from your email, from your calendar, from your project management package like Slack, and let's now advise the salespeople which tasks to focus on. And that might be helping by saying, when we use this term, this headline in our e-shots, we get better open rates. And the AI is going to help you generate that level of granularity. This is Signal AI, another marketing AI tool, and it's saying to you, making sense of your content. So it can interpret millions of documents a day from 100 languages. Now, you'd need a lot of staff with a lot of hours to do that kind of detailed analysis. So what this is doing, it's taking that guesswork. Oh, I think I'll do this. It's taking the guesswork out of sales and marketing and giving you facts and insights so that you, the people left there, who maybe aspects of your job have changed and gone away, you are able to be more strategic. It doesn't matter if you've only been in business a year or 30 years, these tools can make you more strategic. So I think it will democratize the ability to climb that ladder much more quickly if you have access to the right kind of tools. This is one of the most popular chatbots. So this is Amelia, and this is conversational AI. So this is the ability to analyze 50,000 conversations in less than 1 second. Our human brains can't do that. We are super powerful, we are empathetic and creative, and we are still needed, but we can't do this. And so this is helping with understanding the sentiment, understanding the learning, doing continuous training, and so on. So very powerful agents that we are going to see. Another tool, and this is Profit. And this is looking again at past behavior, helping public relations, editorial, media teams to understand, okay, how do I pitch that story to the media? How do I work out the different variables based on breaking news, relationship with a certain editor, and so on? This is MailChimp. This is for doing your e-shots, and this has a creative AI assistant in it who can actually help you come up with building the right kind of packages, writing the email content for you. So really powerful. Some of the visuals are done by it. You feed in what kind of package you want, and it will help you. It will help you come up with the logos, with the designs, with the right imagery, a bit like Wix, which is an AI website builder. This is AI in your branding. People often say to me, okay, Katie, you just mentioned that AI can help with the creative piece, but AI can't really be creative. But no, what it does is it breaks creativity down into a process. So here we've got luxury car brand Lexus working with IBM Watson and an advertising agency and coming up with a script for an advert, a TV advert, which was 100% scripted by AI, because the AI goes and analyzes award-winning TV adverts for luxury handbags, luxury holidays, and it breaks it down and understands, what does creativity mean? Is it about a setting, a sentiment? Is it about a color? Is it about people in a certain setting? And it breaks that down into a process. So no, AI isn't sentient, it can't think, but it can break that data down and come up with something as cool as that. So who are some of the vendors? We know the big ones: Adobe Sensei, IBM Watson, Microsoft Azure, and so on, Sensei. But there are hundreds and thousands of other companies out there. This is from 2020, and it's a map showing you different vendors in different aspects of marketing, from social media to websites to content. So my message to you is, go and do some due diligence, go and try some of the tools, go and ask people, read industry journals, read the marketing press, and so on. But what you need to do to get started, this is my scorecard for success from my book. And I distilled all of those incredible learnings and case studies into this. And you can score yourself 0 to 5 out of 10 core areas, and you come up with a score from 0 to 50. If you're under 20, you're still transitioning. In the middle there, you're transitioning. You're not just traditional, you're transitioning. And 35 points and above is much more transformational. So look at them all. I haven't got time to go through all of them, but do you have the right mindset? Number 2, do you have the buy-in from the board? Do a proof of concept. Do some experimentation. Collaborate with other departments. Make sure you've either done the reskilling in-house or you have outsourced to a partner. Have a view on how this is going to impact your culture, be on a journey of continuous learning. Number 9 is really important, and I wish we had longer to talk about this, but what's the wider impact of this? You need people's consent. You need ethics. You mustn't have biased data. You need to have guidelines with regard to education, how the regulations are in your particular industry sector, and so on. And that's, I do a lot of work in the all party parliamentary group on that. But number 10, you need that roadmap. You need that plan. You don't just jump into this and waste a lot of money. You need to have that. And the reason I'm telling you this is whether you're 54 like me or 24, your jobs will change over the coming years. All over the world, these are the skills, according to the World Economic Forum, that you need to have in place. The AI can't do all of this. The AI can't always do the complex problem solving. We can. It can't critically think. We can. It isn't creative per se in the way that we are. And so you need to build up these skills. Not all of you will go and learn to code, and you don't need to. Some of you will do, and you'll be very well paid. Others of us that are doing marketing, business, other kinds of areas, barristers, doctors, we all need to use these tools and have these kinds of skills. So that's almost the end of my presentation. So I'm going to just give you a quick link to the book now if anybody is interested in it. Please feel free to connect with me if you'd like to. Katie King MBA on Facebook and Instagram, and Katie E. King on Twitter, and very happy to connect with people on my LinkedIn as well. So the message really is, don't be frightened. It's not the big shiny robot coming and taking your job. It's exciting. Get on this journey, put yourself out of your comfort zone, make sure you explore some of the tools, and you will have much better marketing campaigns. Your marketing will be scientific. It will have results. You will know who your target audiences are, and that is really powerful. That means you are strategic. That means you should get a seat around the board table where they are discussing some of the most important issues of the moment. So thank you very much. I hope you found that helpful, and I look forward to engaging with some of you over the coming weeks and maybe today as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katie. It was indeed splendid. What more we need than the data to salespeople to bring in the insights to the best for transition and transformation. Thank you for the wonderful speech, Katie. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for joining
much.
us today.
My pleasure. Take care, everybody. Keep safe.
Yeah.